Hello, this is Pastor Nick Hood, and I want to share with you what is going on at church this Sunday. This Sunday is Palm Sunday, and I'm preaching a sermon I've always wanted to preach. I'm talking about the donkey. You know, with Palm Sunday, you have Jesus walking into Jerusalem or riding into Jerusalem on the back of a donkey. And I'm titling this sermon, Jesus and the Proud Donkey. And because the donkey is benefiting from what I call reflective glory. Reflective glory is when you're not the main attraction, but you're near the main attraction. And because you are, you, in a sense, at least in your own mind, think that you are an attraction too. So it's one thing to be Beyonce or Jay-Z. You know, you could be LeBron James. But the person who holds their coat, the person who carries the calendar is part of that reflective glory. And so that's part of what I'm preaching about Sunday, but I'm going to talk about what does the triumphal entry really mean? Who were the people in the crowd? The Pharisees, the Sadducees, the scribes, the Roman guards, just the people from Bethany who saw Jesus raise Lazarus from the dead. All of these are conversion for Palm Sunday. And part of the excitement about Palm Sunday is because the people in Bethany realized that Jesus brought one of their friends, Lazarus, one of their neighbors, back to life. He was dead, and he was certifiably dead, and after Jesus prayed for him, he was certifiably alive. And so I think it's a fascinating sermon, fascinating text. I'm preaching from the Matthew 21 text. When Jesus comes into town, the people start laying cloaks on the ground, they wave palms, and then they're shouting, Hosanna, Hosanna, praise ye the Lord, blessed is he who cometh in the name of salvation. So I hope you'll stick around. I hope you'll watch us, our worship service. Those of you who've been watching it, I want to thank you. You know, it's been a year since we've had virtual worship, and it never occurred to me that we would be doing anything like this, but that's what's going on. And then a spoiler alert or preview, Thursday night, which would be April 1st, we're broadcasting on YouTube and on the church website. We're broadcasting, and also on Facebook, the African American Passover celebration, From Bondage to Freedom. This is something I wrote about 25 years ago. I published it about 5 years ago. And you'll be able to see a lot of members of the church. This was a recording that was done on the Word Network. They did it for me for free. And then the next day, Good Friday, our service will start at 12 noon. Again, you can see it on YouTube, Facebook, or the church website. And I'm featuring 3 of the most dynamic young ministers, senior pastors in the United Church of Christ, and one from the Presbyterian Church. But he's preached at my church, and he interned for the United Church of Christ. His name is the Reverend Dr. David Telford from the Lafayette Avenue Presbyterian Church in Brooklyn, New York. Going up the Atlantic coast, or down to Washington, D.C. will be the Reverend Dr. Brandon Harris, who's the dynamic pastor of the People's United Church of Christ in Washington, D.C. In Denver, Colorado, we have the Reverend Dr. James Fother. And then all the way on the West Coast, right on the Pacific Ocean, we have the Reverend Dr. J. Lee Hill, pastor of the Christian Fellowship United Church of Christ. And then coming back to Richmond, Virginia, the dynamic young man that I hope to bring on as an associate minister this fall, the Reverend Jamar Boyd. So it's going to be a great Good Friday. And we start at 12 noon. This is an opportunity for you to be exposed to, I believe, the best of the emerging ministers in the United Church of Christ. Thank you again. God bless. God keep you. And I hope you'll stick around and worship with us today.